Hello. Good morning. What time is it? I'm going to wait and see if a couple people come on. It is 2:57 a.m. Eastern Time, according to my clock on the wall. So welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. This is my first live on YouTube for Mother J's social media platform. So welcome everybody. Come on in, come on in. Hope you're having a beautiful 2024. Hope everything is going your way. Unfortunately, I can't see anything without my glasses. All right, so we've been going on for 51 seconds. I give it a couple minutes, and then we're going to start our page, our live. Again, welcome to 2024. Hope 2024 has been wonderful to you. Hope it's been exciting. Hope you've been prosperous and all the things that you wished for. If you had resolutions, I hope that they will all come true for 2024. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Krista Thomas, and welcome to Mother J's social media platform. I have not been on live for YouTube in I don't know when. So this is really my first attempt. I always do videos and I always try to edit them before I post them. But again, I'm Krista Thomas. This is Mother J's caregiving site, and I'm so glad you have decided to stop by and say hello to us. I did want to give you an update. I always say that I am not an expert, but I am my mother's keeper. My mother, we call her Mother J, has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's for this is the 11th year, and I am her caregiver. And I have always posted information about her well-being, whether she's in daycare, if she has a home, a helper. I post everything about her because I think it's important for us to share the good, the bad, the indifference, and let it be known that just because it may look good on camera, everything is not perfect. So again, I thank everyone for taking time out of your busy schedule to be a part of Mother J's social media platform. I wanted to share with you, 2023 has been a really, really difficult year. So by 2023, I welcome 2024. As you know, as a full-time caregiver, I knew that I was going to be caring for my mother. That was understood. But in 2023, my son has been in the hospital several times. My husband has been hospitalized. I have been. My daughter has been. She got diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, breast cancer, and it has really been a lot. But the one thing that I realized, and the one thing I made up in my mind, that no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, I still have joy. It's important for us that no matter what happens, to off your shoulder and just keep on moving. One of the things I wanted to share was I had a lot of folks that asked me. Mother J's on the other social media platforms. She's on Facebook, we're on TikTok, she's on Instagram. And since I have been traveling so much in 2023, who's keeping Mother J? What is going on with her? I mean, how often do you see her now? How often do you bring her home? Who do you trust with her? My mother and I were from North Carolina, so all of my brothers and my sister-in-laws and all of her grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren, they're all in North Carolina. So anytime that something goes out of the ordinary for me, then we really have to think about adjustments and what we need to do. So I found out when she first moved here, there were some things I thought we were doing well. I went to a caregiver's workshop, Alzheimer's caregiver workshop, and I learned so much because I am not originally from Port St. Lucie, Florida, so I didn't really know a lot of resources. So after attending there, I found out so many powerful things that we could utilize. One of the things they told us about was aging and counseling, and I never heard of that before, but they were able to provide some things for us that I never knew that we could get. One of the things was daycare. I was like, daycare, what do you mean? Your mom can come here from 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the evening. What? You mean they said we'll provide breakfast, lunch, snacks, and we'll just take care of her. Make sure she has plenty of activities, make sure that she's involved, make sure she's active, and she get to socialize with other people, because social skills is one of the main things that you should have in place with anyone that's dealing with any mental or Alzheimer's. It's just being able to, get along with others. And my mother loves playing checkers, and she wasn't anybody that wanted to sit down and crochet and needle nothing, none of that. But she loves playing checkers, she loves playing ball, she loves dancing. So it was a wonderful transition for us. That meant that we can go to our doctor's appointments alone. We could do some shopping without having to carry her along. So it was wonderful knowing about the daycare center. And I would encourage anybody, if you have a loved one and it's a struggle, and you may be like me, isolated away from that parents, other siblings or sisters or brothers, I would encourage you to plug in to an Alzheimer's support group. And the information, invaluable. I mean, it's just the most powerful information I've ever had. One of the things I want to share with you is that when we decided to allow her to go to daycare, I continued going to the support groups for the Alzheimer's, and I found out about respite. I said, respite? Well, I am a social worker, and I used to be over some foster care children and adoption. And I remember when we had children in foster care, that sometimes when some of the families wanted to go on vacation or they was going to a wedding, then we would have to put the children in respite, other foster care providers that would take care of the kids while their real foster parents were away. And so they have the same thing for adults that's dealing with Alzheimer's, respite. You can plan to go away for a weekend or for a week and make the arrangements, and they can stay in respite. So I thought, oh my God, this is awesome. But then I had some kind of feelings about it, because I was thinking, well, Mama don't know those people, and I don't know how well she'll adjust. And I just felt so bad about leaving her with somebody she didn't know. But if you guys have seen Mother J, that is not a problem for her. My mother went to the daycare and she ran the daycare. She thought that she was an employee. She felt like she should get a check at the end of every week. It was awesome. They provide transportation. They would pick her up every day. The worker would come to the door, walk her down the driveway, make sure she was safe. I mean, it was really beautiful to have my mother in daycare, and then to find out about respite. Also, when she's in daycare, we will assign a registered nurse that will come out and do reports, make sure that everything was safe in the home. If I had any questions, if I had any need, that was the point of contact for me. So respite has been the ideal thing for me while I have been traveling with my daughter to New York for chemo and radiation treatment. The other thing you have to realize, I know that I did, that they don't really remember. So we sometimes get caught up in our feelings about, oh, what if, when is she's going to want me? When is she's going to remember? Or maybe the people may not be great to her. All those things that you have in your mind is the type of things you have because you're overprotective, because they are the ones that know you. I know my mother knows me no matter what goes on, and I was just overprotective of her. But I found out that going to daycare, she enjoyed it so much. She loved dressing up, and eventually she said she had a little boo, a little guy that liked her there. She was large and in charge. So sometimes we do need a break. We need the opportunity to try some other things, and you will never know if you don't check things out. If you were like me, fresh to Florida, and wasn't familiar with all of the information and the references I could have gotten, I just didn't know. And so some of us don't want to turn those things loose. But let me tell you, self-care is so important. It is important for you to take a break, leave that loved ones in the hands of the masters, the people that master that. That's what they do for a living. Remember this, they may go to the daycare for 8 hours, but if you keep them at home like I kept my mom, I had her for 24 hours and I never got a break. You know what it's like to deal with someone with Alzheimer's. They getting up every 2 to 3 hours. I'm hungry, or I want to go home, or taking their clothes out of the closet and unpacking them and packing them up, and it's a lot. So if you ever have the opportunity, number one, to attend a support Alzheimer's or caregiving class, whether it's online, whether it's in a local church or local community a center, please, please, if you don't get any of the advice from me, please consider going to a support group, and the resources are going to really, really blow your mind. I wanted to keep the video to 8 minutes, and what I'm going to do is do another one. If it's 8 minutes, I can't see without my glasses. Well, it's been 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of what I am trying to do. Again, I am not an expert, but I am my mother's keeper. With that being said, have a beautiful day wherever you are. Have a wonderful morning, a beautiful evening, whatever country you're in. And with that being said, we will see you on the next video, and I will be talking about something totally different. Bye-bye.